Good morning, traders. I hope you're all well and welcome to Prime Effects morning call. Today being Wednesday, the 13th of November 2019. Okay, so let's just get started with pound first. GBPUSD currently having a short trade running in profit. I sent out the signal last night to everybody that was in our group. So what did I see and what caused this short position trade to be taken? Okay, I'm just going to quickly go through it. Going to go quickly explain it. So what happened here was yesterday that we've seen that price action obviously was making a bullish move up. Okay, let's go on the daily time frame, not make everything so much clearer. Okay, I'm just going to remove everything. So we had past 3 days. What we can see was price action here was creating lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Okay, in doing so, what did we see here within this region? After making a spike up on the 10th, no, actually on the 11th of November, made a massive spike up. Look at 12th of November, couldn't even fill this wick, and today being the 13th of November, we're rejecting from this region. So all we have to do is right now is just simply look at these wicks. Okay, look at where these wicks are lining up to, swing across. You'll see that this wick here lines up with this structure of support broken through, came back in, broken that support again, retested it. Once respected, we couldn't break above. So that basically was the door being shut in our face. So saying this is a door now, we need to find our next potential support region, which is down here, where we've had the 127,700 area reject before and push back up. What I am expecting is price action to come back into this region, either create a double bottom, and then if we can see dollar weakness, we could see a move back up higher. But I'm also looking at this trend line here that we are now creating. Okay, so we've now created a trend line here where we've spiked a couple times to the upside, but we've respected here, and now I'm expecting a downward move from this pair as it's creating lower lows, lower highs. Okay, also Fibonacci tool from the swing high to the swing low, you can see we've attempted to hit the first 618, second attempt was the 50, and the third attempt is the 38.2, which is why we've taken a short trade, so we can come back and hit the target of 127 once we've taken out this specific low. Okay, so getting rid of all of this stuff on a daily time frame, if you go down to the 4 hour, you should be able to see what's happening here. Because we've had a cluster of multiple 4 hour candlesticks not being able to break the 128.735, what this suggested to me was that the selling pressure was increasing within this region. Okay, so how did I know the selling pressure was increasing within this region alone? It's because what you need to understand is after this first drive, this was the original high. Price action made a low, it made another lower high within this region. If I clone this, you'll see it. It made another lower high within this region, and when it made that lower high, all I did was just stretch this box and waited for price action to come back and see if we could break above. We couldn't break above. We've attempted one time into this box, and then after that we've just rejected, and that's the London session open. We've just seen this rollover. But if I go to the 1 hour time frame, what you could see now is that price action was leaving shooting star candlesticks. First one, second one, dragonfly, and we had a gravestone, and this was the hanging man. That basically all confirmed to me that the sellers were in control. You look left, you see that price action came down, multiple 1 hour candlesticks where we couldn't break structure. You could easily have used this area, this entire area region here, and seen that rejection, second rejection, third rejection, fourth rejection. This here should have just told you that price action was on its way down to come back and either retest this support region where we've got support here, support, resistance, support. Then we could either look to come back to the 128, or can we break this and move lower. Fundamentally for GBP, we have the CPI that's going to be coming out. At the moment, it's forecasted as 1.6. Previously, it was 1.7. So the data, if it comes in at 1.6, this will continue to push further to the downside. Okay, looking at the dollar index, what we can see now is the dollar index has finally broken the 98. What was it? 98. Bear with me. So we've broken finally. I'm just making sure that what this level is clearly. I want to make sure that I'm not drawing no boxes. Sorry, that's the Fibonacci level. Okay, so the 98.50 should have been the resistance for this pair. Let's just have a look at that 98.50. Okay, are we coming to the 98.50? Of course we are. Okay, so 98.50 is the resistance for this pair. However, we did have a double top within this region, okay, and we do have resistance, resistance, and we finally have broken it, and we are on our way to the 98.50. Okay, if you go back to the 4 hour, you will see why I'm saying 98.50. Clearly 98.50 here, we've got major resistance. Okay, after this resistance, bear with me 1 second. Okay, after this resistance here, when we had multiple rejection, it was responsible for this entire move to the downside. Now what we can see is that we've created a double bottom down here, and we're reversing back into this area. If we can break above the 98.50, dollar bullish will continue. If we reject, this would mean that price action has taken out this high, made a new high. We can expect for a higher low to be formed. Okay, so what that means is price action now has got a high, higher low, higher high, expect a higher low within somewhere within this region here, about 98.20. So once that decline occurs, then we could look for Euro USD longs, take profits on GU and USDJPY at the moment, which we have long trade on, which I'll come back into in a minute. So dollar index, I am favorite in the 98.50 to be hit before the next 4 hour candlestick closes, which that means that short-lived bullish momentum before we pull back, and then we get the next wave of bullish momentum, hopefully in the New York session. Okay, you got to understand the market cycle and understand what the market is doing every time. Okay, so what I am looking for is a clear break above, and then we come back and use that area as support, and then continue to the upside. Euro USD. So we've got the 1.1 level, which is our weekly support region. We have our weekly resistance at 101.0800, and we have our monthly resistance, which is at 112. Okay, so what I am expecting right now within this 4 hour region, firstly, let's go on a daily time frame and understand what's happening. So yesterday we've had a rejection from this area. Today we've just filled this wick, and now we're rejecting within this region. Obviously dollar showing significant strength. Last night Donald Trump had stated that the euro economy wasn't willing to kind of put any trade deal up front for the US. This suggested obviously negative for the euro short term, also because of euro being in a downtrend. If I show you on a higher time frame, on a weekly in fact, you will see how in depth this pair, like how much accumulation is occurring in this pair right now. We've accumulated nearly a year. So this breakout I am looking for is going to be huge, okay? I am expecting a reversal to occur here. The reason why I say that is because if I look on a weekly time frame, I've got a head, shoulder. I'm expecting a shoulder to be formed, inverted head and shoulder, and then we can expect a massive breakout. That all depends on the dollar, to be fair. That all depends on the dollar. If the dollar is gaining strength, the euro is going to be pushing lower. Looking at the weekly candlesticks, we can see the weekly bearish engulfing. I want to see this candlestick today turn back around and turn either a doji, or can we go back around and turn it into a bullish candlestick? Okay, looking at 111 today, seeing if we can break and if we can hold. If we can hold within the next 4 hour candlestick, we need to be waiting for more market formations, and we need to be waiting for some sort of candlestick pattern before we can take the trade on the 4 hour. Okay, let the 4 hour build itself up. At the moment, we can clearly see that we have just significant selling pressure. This morning, I did try to buy, but the only reason why I did try to buy this morning was because of this structure here. Okay, we had a little nice trend line occurring right here, where price action yesterday made a wick. I was expecting price action to respect it. We had a 1 touch, 2 touch. I was expecting to move up higher. We've got a temporary move up higher, but then what happened was we had another area of support here. Sorry, this area was the area of support, turned into this area of resistance. So we had support, broke through resistance, pushed down, came back resistance, and now we're seeing that move to the downside. So expecting that move to continue. USDJPY, so everyone that's basically got this long trade sent out to them, reason why we've taken this long trade, let me explain it to you. So going back on a daily time frame, it's not the best. Okay, just remove some of these tools here. So daily time frame, you can see prices making higher highs, higher lows, high highs, higher lows, high highs, higher lows, and now I'm expecting a new high to be formed. 4 hour time frame, it'll be more clearer here. What we can see is that price action made a low, push back up, a lower high, push back up, equal lows. What we've got here is a candlestick pattern, 1, 2, 3. So 2 drives and a bullish engulfing, morning star formation. Within that morning star formation, if you go to the hourly, we had multiple rejections from this area of this box, but then we finally closed in the box, couldn't break above, came back in, and now we're blasting through. So all the students should be approximately 10 pips in profit. I am believing this price action will potentially break this resistance, but if it doesn't break this resistance, then what it will do is it will validate the short trade that I was looking for originally, where we've had the low and the high, the lows, lower highs, lows, lower high, low. Can we get another lower high from the 129,250? And then if we can get rejection from there, look for a short trade. So that will be a couple 20 pips above, 20 pips in profit. Then we'll take the 20 pips profit, and then we'll look for a short trade, and then see if we can come back and tap this bottom here of the trend line that we are using to kind of keep this upside momentum. Bear in mind that we also have a channel here. Okay, we do also have a nice channel within this region here that price action is respecting, creating some sort of a high bullish kind of flag, and then can we blast up to the upside. So this is very important. I'm going to keep my eyes on these pairs. EURJPY, another beautiful trade coming from this. Keep your eyes on this. We have a morning star formation being formed at the moment. A beautiful morning star being formed. I am looking for an hourly close or 4-hour close above the 120.075. And this is my area where I'm using as price action, used as area support. Price action right now is rejecting. Got 1, 2, 3 pull back. I'm expecting a blast out of this area to the upside. Reason why I say that is because price action is creating lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low. So it needs to come back up and equal this lower previous lower high at least. Okay, or can it come back into this area? If I use my Fibonacci tool from the swing high to the swing low, can we come back to at least the 120.35? Okay, 120.35. That will be the area where I'll be looking for potential short trade, or can we continue back up all the way to this structure where the 618 is waiting, and then can we create a double top and then fall over again. So keep your eyes on those trades, guys. Keep your eyes on these setups. Keep your eye on this bullish move to the upside. It's a reversal pattern. It's at a key level 120. Sorry, this should be 120, and we should be seeing price action reverse from this area to the upside. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed this market breakdown. I hope you enjoyed the structure, understanding how we actually spot these key levels, understanding how we spot these candlestick formations and the patterns, and obviously try to incorporate all of this into your own trading style. I hope this video has helped, and I'll catch up with you later. Peace.